Thank you so much. My name is Brian Shapiro. I'm the New York State Director for the Humane Society of the United States. We're the nation's largest animal protection organization. I cover a wide area. I cover all of New York State from Buffalo to the Bronx. And I just want to mention quickly how proud I am of the work that David has done. And I'm not just blowing smoke, because what you've done is you took something that you noticed, and I was watching you from the very beginning. It outraged you, you were concerned about it, and you made the connection between activism and getting politically involved, building alliances, and this is the way that this is going to get addressed. And it was great to have Mr. Paskar here from Friends of LaGuardia Airport to point out the hypocrisies of how the same elected representatives can say this is an issue that we need to address. You need to choose between the geese, or you need to choose between safety and the people. A lot of times, as you know, our leaders will reduce things to arguments that are overly simplistic, while the rest of us realize that there are many nuances to such arguments. Ken pointed out the hypocrisy of building a transfer station within the same radius that these elected officials are saying we need to do something because the birds, the geese, are a threat to human safety. If the birds were a threat to human safety, why are we then moving forward with a transfer station? It makes no sense. It's only one small part of this bigger picture that makes no sense. What I like to see here, as I said earlier, is groups joining together. I'm very pleased to be here with GooseWatch, with Friends of LaGuardia Airport, with IDA, with Friends of Animals, and to make our voices louder. I was just talking to a gentleman that I just met, Mr. Wayne Johnson, who was explaining the differences in some of the smaller communities where we've seen this, Scarsdale, places in North Hempstead. We've seen it in Cornwall, New York. You know, sometimes it's easier to engage at the local level with your elected officials. And we've seen an encouraging trend where your local elected officials in some of these smaller communities are listening. And we have power in that way. Keep the focus on your elected officials, because they want to get elected again. And we are a powerful, strong voice. New York City is more complicated, as we know. And I wish that I had an answer. I'm not sure if any of us has a particular answer. But part of it is to stay organized. Part of it is to work with others and to build alliances, as we've seen here today. We need to support Friends of LaGuardia Airport and stop a transfer station, or at least mitigate it in a way that is going to promote human safety, as opposed to making these animals a scapegoat, which is very easy to do. There are those who will consistently say that animals cannot share the same space as human beings. We all know that to be false. Let us keep speaking the truth. Let us stay organized. And thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I also have to say, my friend Liz's sign, educate, don't decimate. Education is key, whether it's our neighbors or whether it's our elected officials. Stay strong, and it's been a pleasure having me here. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for your incredible words.